Hello YouTube, Dog49 here, and welcome to another episode of BF3 Experiments. And today we're going to be looking at the KH2002 with a Cobra sight. Well, really any optic which you really want to use. I just chose to use the Cobra sight because it helps me with range, as it's quite a clear reticle. The heavy barrel and the bipod. So I'm going to talk a bit about the KH2002 first and why I built this loadout. So when you're looking at the KH2002 and when you look at the KH2000 overall, I seem to see it as more of a long to medium range sort of weapon. I don't really see it as a short range weapon. That's probably due to many things. It has got one stat which does help in close quarters attack, which I'll come to in a minute. But the stats which I'm looking at here tell me which it should be really a long range weapon, and that is that it's a 3-round burst weapon with quite a noticeable delay between each burst. So that makes it quite a bad weapon to use in close quarters situations. So if you're going to use this weapon, what I mean by a delay is between the bursts is when you pull the trigger, it fires, and you can't pull the trigger again until all those 3 rounds have left the chamber and been fired. So it's got like a little delay there. And if you've ever played Bad Company 2, you'll know that the M16A3 in that, was it the M16A3 in that game? But it was an M16, didn't have like much of a delay after each time you pulled the trigger, so it was a bit like a laser gun in that way. It had a really high rate of fire, but with this weapon you've got to wait until the 3 rounds have been fired before you can pull the trigger the next time. You can get it up to quite high RPM, but you've got to control the recoil, and you can sometimes like oversample it or overfire it, where you pull the trigger a bit too fast and it like jams it in a way. So you've got to be careful of that, and that kind of makes it really quite bad at close range. Now it does have one good stat at close range, and that is its hip fire. It does have quite a nice hip fire due to it being a bullpup designed weapon, and majority of bullpup designed weapons in this game do have much better recoil than the weapons which are reloaded like the more traditional way, like the M416. So we've got a bit better hip fire, but that doesn't really impress me too much, because I mean the amount of times you use your hip fire is quite minimal compared to the amount of times you use your ADS and you're firing with your 3-round burst. And even though it's got quite a good hip fire spread, you need 4 shots to kill, and it only fires 3 shots at a time, so you don't really want to be hip firing too much, because the other person will put 4 bullets into you probably before you've emptied your first like 3 rounds out of your gun, because if you're facing an AEK, it's not going to be an easy battle to win. So let's talk about why I built this setup. Let's talk about the heavy barrel first. I thought maybe I'd increase its range a bit more, so it'd give out a bit more damage over range, and that's what the heavy barrel does. I know that it kind of makes the hip fire a bit worse, but really you shouldn't be getting into those sorts of encounters. You do see me get into a couple, but really on the clips where I was getting quite good kill streaks, I was staying alive due to not rushing at the enemy. I was kind of playing a bit conservative and staying back, and it helped me out quite well. I mean, I did rush around and flank a bit, but really I wouldn't rush straight at the front line of the enemy. You can support you guys from a bit further back, but it's not really an AEK or an M16A3, so be wary of that. I put the bipod on there because sometimes when you're taking those long range shots, you want to get that extra like accuracy with your weapon, so I thought I'd put that bipod on there, because normally when you're using when you're trying to get a long range shot, you're only sat in a nice location, like here I am on Tehran Highway. Well, I was on Tehran Highway. I could have used one of those balconies and sprayed off there, and I did do that a couple of times. It was quite effective. Now I did use a red dot sight on this weapon, well, the Cobra, but you can use really any sight you want to use, because it's such a long range weapon. It depends which reticle or which sight you like the most to use over range, because if you are going to use this loadout properly, you need to keep in distance between you and your enemy, and that's why I've built this loadout. I could have put an ACOG or a high magnification scope on there, but sometimes I just like to have that reassurance, so if I do get into a close quarters situation, I know I've got a reticle that I can rely on and won't zoom in too much or enhance recoil too much. And really there's not many too really long range encounters you're going to get into. It's more of a medium range. You don't want to be getting into sniper range, because if you get into a battle like that, you're probably going to get picked off anyway. So you want to pick your battles with this weapon, set yourself up nice and well in a good position, and if you ever do get hit by like enemies or anything, because it is a medic weapon or an assault weapon, you can put that med kit down, which is quite nice with this weapon, and I like it. I can like set up in a location and have a med kit next to me, so I'm really effective to the team. And also the team can push past me, and if they have been injured from another gunfight, they can use that med kit I'm sat on and use it to their own advantage. So that's what I kind of liked about this loadout. So anyway guys, if you've liked this video, please leave a like. If you've got a loadout for me to try, I'll try anything really. If you guys like a loadout, then obviously give it me. If you hate a loadout, don't give it me, because I'm probably not going to like it either. I can use some pretty bad guns. I mean, I might nearly have a service style with FAMAS, but and I don't really like using really bad loadouts too much. I'd much rather bring you guys a useful loadout which everyone can use and not really a challenge, if you get what I mean. But I don't want an M416. I don't know what that noise was there, I was just breathing in a bit. I'm making a little squeak whenever I breathe in, so I best finish the video now. So until next time guys, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.